These are dark times, there is no denying.
Now because your heart is salim, Allah gave you hidayah. You can sit there and not be offended when I say to you, I'm not going to follow Abu Bakr as-Siddiq blindly in everything that he did. I read things about Abu Bakr as-Siddiq that don't allow me to take everything that he says. Because you have a qalb as-salim and your aqeed is salim in that regard, you'll accept that.
We are living in times of fitna and fasad, when people dare open their mouths and their tongues against such noble and special people. The Shias, they say Abu Bakr and Umar and Aisha and Hafsa, they conspire to poison the Prophet. And they say what they say. We know what they are going to say, because they hate Abu Bakr and Umar. And the Prophet said specially, Allah, فَمَنْ أَحَبَّهُمْ فَبِحُبِّي أَحَبَّهُمْ وَمَنْ أَبْغَضَهُمْ فَبِبُغْضِي أَبْغَضَهُمْ. Ya Allah, those who hate them do so because of me, so hate them as well. So Allah hates the people who hate the companions of Rasulullah, especially Abu Bakr and Umar. There is so much in their favor that the Prophet has said we don't have time. But some people are so obsessed with things. We are living in times of fitna and fasad. They say we can't follow people blindly. They are so obsessed with blind following. They think that as though they have got guidance and hidayat and knowledge direct from Rasulullah. The people who were with Rasulullah and the Prophet left the ummah in their hands. When the Prophet was still alive, who did he appoint as Imam? Who did he appoint? Abu Bakr. You think the Prophet didn't trust him? You think the Prophet trusted him or no? Of course. So the man who's trusted by the Prophet ﷺ, if somebody supposed scholar from Madina University dares to say, we can't even trust Abu Bakr blindly, you know he's talking the language of the Shia. You know he's acquired these germs and this virus from the Shia. People say, supposed Ahlul Sunnah wal Jama'ah. How can they declare themselves to be Ahlul Sunnah wal Jama'ah? If you say we can't follow Abu Hanifa, Shafi, Malik, Ahmad bin Hanbal blindly, okay, that's your choice. But how dare anybody say we can't follow Abu Bakr and Umar blindly? Why, you think your eyes can see better than the eyes of Abu Bakr and Umar? You know they are talking the language of the Shia because of their hate for Abu Bakr and Umar and Aisha and Hafsa especially. If you can't trust them, because if you follow someone blindly, if you follow Abu Bakr and Umar blindly, you know for a fact they are going to take you straight into the lap of Rasulullah. You know Abu Bakr and Umar will be on the pond with Rasulullah. You know Abu Bakr and Umar will be with the Prophet on the day of judgment, and they will be with the Prophet in paradise. So if you follow Abu Bakr and Umar blindly, you know you are going nowhere but to Jannah. But people in their pride, in their arrogance, in their ignorance rather, they dare to say, we can't follow Abu Bakr and Umar even blindly. Who are you going to follow? Your own aql? Is there any assurance of your aql, of your knowledge, of your iman? Yes, you can say there is no guarantee for Abu Hanifa or Shafi or Malik or Ahmad bin Hanbal. Is there guarantee for Albani and bin Baz? If there is no guarantee for anybody else, is there guarantee for Albani and bin Baz? No. But there is guarantee from the noble tongue of Rasulullah for Abu Bakr and Umar. But we are living in times of fitna and fasad. People on the name of Quran and Sunnah are degrading and attacking and criticizing the people that the beloved Prophet of Allah loved. The people who had the good fortune to see the noble face of Rasulullah in the morning and in the evening. They would smile at the beloved Prophet of Allah, and the beloved Prophet of Allah would smile at them. They are resting with the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. They have been. What do you think? Is the Prophet happy with them, or the Prophet is not happy that they are resting with the Prophet? So you know, And people say, well, we can't follow Abu Bakr and Umar blindly. This is the deen of Rasulullah, not of Abu Bakr and Umar. Well, yes. But what is it that Abu Bakr and Umar did which was not according to the Quran and Sunnah? Was there anything that Abu Bakr and Umar did which was not according to the Quran and Sunnah? And if there was, then the Prophet said wrong, na'udhu billah min zalik, that al-haqqu yantaliqu ala lisani Umar. That Haqq speaks the language of Umar. Umar speaks the language of Haqq. So when Umar said 20 rakat Taraweeh, you know what is Haqq. When Umar said 3 talaqs in one sitting are 3, you know what is Haqq. But people who say, well, this is the bid'at of Umar. Taraweeh is the bid'at of Umar. 3 talaqs is the bid'at of Umar. La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. You know they themselves are talking bid'ah. La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. And people on the internet, on the Sky channels, they're supposedly grand scholars. And then this is what the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam, he said, there will come a time, Inna Allah la yaqbidu intaza'an yanta, Inna Allah la yaqbidu al-ilma intaza'an yantazi'uhu min al-ibad. ولكن يقبض العلم بقبض العلماء حتى إذا لم يبقى عالما اتخذ الناس رؤوسا جهالا فسئلوا فأفتوا بغير علم فضلوا وأضلوا. They themselves are misled. They are blind. They are blindly following and trusting their own understanding, and they think they can make better decisions than Abu Bakr and Umar and the rest of the Sahaba. Na'udhu billah min dhalik. And anybody who makes his claim, you know he's caught an infection from the Shias. Because this has been their way, the way of the Rawafid, the way of the Shia for 13 centuries, criticizing Abu Bakr and Umar radiyallahu ta'ala anhuma and their daughters Hafsa and Aisha radiyallahu ta'ala anha. Our mothers, the mothers of the believers. May Allah guide us. May Allah protect our imans. Brothers, we have to be careful what we say. For us, the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam left this ummah in the hands of Abu Bakr, then in the hands of Umar. And then Allah chose our Imam to be Uthman ibn Affan, then Ali ibn Abi Talib. They are all companions of Rasulullah. Yes, if you want to criticize Abu Hanifa rahimahullah, or Imam Shafi, or Imam Malik, or Imam Ahmad bin Hanbal, that's your choice. But leave it to that, don't go any further than that. Because if you start criticizing Abu Bakr, now there is no more in between. The next step is the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam.